He dropped out of high school, yet he won journalism's highest honor. He swam across rivers to file his stories. He stared down dictators. And yesterday, the world lost one of the greatest war correspondents who ever lived. Peter Arnett died at 91 in Newport Beach, California, after a battle with prostate cancer. But his death marks the end of an era of time when journalists didn't just report the news. They lived it, breathed it, and risked everything to bring us the truth from the world's most dangerous places. So how does a high school dropout from New Zealand become a Pulitzer Prize winner? Arnett's story begins in the most unlikely way. Born in New Zealand, he never finished high school. No fancy journalism degree, no prestigious university background, just raw determination and an insatiable hunger for the truth. He started working as a journalist in his home country, learning the craft on the ground in the trenches of real reporting. But here's where it gets crazy. Picture this. It's 1960. Arnett is covering a coup in Laos. He's got the story of a lifetime. But there's one problem: he's trapped. The borders are closed. Communication lines are cut. He's got a deadline, and the story will die if he can't file it. So what does he do? He swims across the Mekong River at night to reach neighboring Thailand, just to get his story published. Think about that for a second. In today's world, we tweet from our phones. We upload videos instantly. But Arnett literally risked his life, swimming across one of Asia's most dangerous rivers just to do his job. That wasn't just dedication. That was obsession with the truth. But the Mekong River? That was just the beginning. Vietnam changed everything, not just for America, but for journalism. And Peter Arnett was right in the middle of it. While politicians in Washington were painting one picture of the war, Arnett was on the ground, showing the world what was really happening. He embedded with troops. He witnessed the horror firsthand. He didn't sugarcoat it. He didn't make it palatable for comfortable audiences back home. He told the truth. And in 1966, that truth earned him the Pulitzer Prize, journalism's highest honor. For a high school dropout from New Zealand, it was vindication. But for Arnett, it was never about the awards. It was about the story. Fast forward to 1981. Television is taking over, and Arnett is about to become a household name. When Arnett joined CNN in 1981, cable news was still finding its feet. But Arnett knew something others didn't: conflict sells, but more importantly, conflict matters. People needed to understand what was happening in these far-flung corners of the world, so he went everywhere. He didn't just report on wars, he became part of the story. His face became synonymous with breaking news from war zones. While other journalists stayed in safe hotels, Arnett was in the streets, in the bunkers, in the crossfire. But here's what really set him apart. He talked to people no one else could reach. Saddam Hussein, Osama bin Laden. Think about those names for a moment. These weren't just newsmakers. These were some of the most dangerous, most sought-after interviews in modern journalism. And Arnett got them both. In 1991, during the Gulf War, while other Western journalists were being expelled from Iraq, Arnett stayed. He interviewed Saddam Hussein. He showed the world what was happening inside Baghdad during the bombing campaigns. His reporting was controversial. Some called him a propaganda tool. But Arnett didn't care about politics. He cared about access, about truth, about showing all sides. And later, his interview with Osama bin Laden, that gave the world crucial insights into the mind of one of history's most wanted men. Love him or hate him, Arnett went where others couldn't or wouldn't go. But this fearlessness would also be his downfall. In 2003, Arnett made a decision that would end his career with mainstream American media. He gave an interview to Iraqi state television. In it, he made comments that were perceived as critical of the U.S. military's war plan. The backlash was immediate. NBC fired him. National Geographic cut ties. A man who had risked his life for decades, who had won the Pulitzer, who had brought us the truth from Vietnam to the Middle East. Suddenly, he was persona non grata. Was it fair? That's debatable. But it shows something important. Journalism, especially war journalism, is never just about facts. It's about perception, about politics, about which side you're on. Arnett learned that the hard way. But his story doesn't end there. After leaving the spotlight, Arnett didn't just fade away. He went to China. He taught journalism at Shantou University. He wrote 2 memoirs, sharing his incredible experiences from Southeast Asia and the Middle East with new generations. He spent his final years passing on what he'd learned, that journalism isn't about being comfortable. It's not about playing it safe. It's about getting the story, no matter what. Peter Arnett died yesterday at 91 after battling prostate cancer. But his legacy lives on in every war correspondent who puts themselves in danger to bring us the truth, in every journalist who refuses to accept the official narrative, in every reporter who believes that people deserve to know what's really happening in the world. He swam rivers. He interviewed dictators. He won the Pulitzer. He got fired for speaking his mind. He lived 1,000 lives, and we got to witness them all. So here's the question. In an age of social media, of instant updates, of armchair journalism, do we still have people willing to swim across rivers for the truth? Peter Arnett did, and he never looked back. Rest in peace to a legend who showed us that journalism isn't just a job, it's a calling. What do you think about Arnett's legacy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if this story inspired you, hit that subscribe button, because real stories deserve to be told.